Unplanned conferences, it is very short, and in it here the emphasis is given to solve the problem or to deal with the situation of immediate concern. So planned allathukonde thanne specific objectives illathadukonde thanne idu valare short aayirikkum, and here the emphasis is only given in order to solve that particular problem of immediate concern. The remaining general aspects of the problem are discussed afterwards informally or in a planned conference. So our basic situation solve out ആയി കഴിയുമ്പോൾ പിന്നെ മുന്നോട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിൽ ഇനി പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഒരു പ്ലാൻഡ് കോൺഫറൻസ് വഴി പിന്നീട് നടത്താവുന്നതാണ്. So that was about unplanned conference. Hope you are clear with what happens in an unplanned conference. Now let's see what happens in a planned conference. So planned conference, as the name suggests, it is more systematic and it is predetermined. Here clear objectives are set. In each clinical area, individual students should have prescribed number of planned conferences and more if the student performance is not good as expected. So individual planned conferences are to be done routinely with the students in order to assess their progress or in order to help them in achieving the required clinical skills, and the number may vary. They should have a specific set of planned conferences, and if the student's performance is poor, more number of clinical conferences can be added in order to help the student to come out or in order to resolve the situation. For conduction of planned conferences, prior intimation to the student is a must, and the time and place of the venue is to be given. So whenever a planned conference is to be conducted, the student has to be intimated prior so that the student can prepare himself for the conference, and the time and the place that should be kept confidently, and it should not be changed in between. So that was about the two types of conference according to the number of participants, which is planned as well as unplanned. Now let's see the other general aspects of individual conference. Individual conference, it mainly deals with the students' nursing care ability, the level of performance, achievement activities, as well as the assignments that are related to the clinical experience. So mainly individual conferences, they are conducted for this purposes, which is in order to evaluate the nursing care ability of the students, in order to evaluate the level of performance, in order to see the achievements, the activities, as well as the assignments that are related to the clinical experiences. Individual conferences, they provide an opportunity for the students to know about his achievement and to express the difficulties or problems he is facing, especially in relation to the acquisition of clinical skills. So clinical skills കുട്ടികൾ നേരിടുന്ന പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ അതിനെ ഒന്ന് റിസോൾവ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ആ ഇൻഡിവിജ്വൽ കൺസേൺസിനെയൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടുമാണ് ബേസിക്കലി ഇൻഡിവിജ്വൽ കോൺഫറൻസസ് നടത്തുന്നത്. The teacher has to respect the individuality of the student and allow the student to express his or her concerns freely so that the objectives of the individual conference can be met, and this will help the student or the teacher to identify the student's attitude and insight regarding the problem. A particular problem tilla student in a concern express cheyumbo teacher ku manasilakanayittu pattum the attitude of the student in the clinical area as well as the insight about his or her ability in the clinical area. This informal approach also assists the teacher to decide upon the kind of help that is required by the student. So student in attitude aptitude ഒക്കെ മനസ്സിലാക്കി കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ഏത് തരത്തിലുള്ള ഹെൽപ്പാണ് ആ ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റിന് ക്ലിനിക്കൽ ഏരിയയിൽ വേണ്ടത് എന്ന് ടീച്ചർക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് വൈ ദിസ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ ഇസ് വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. Individual conferences, they should be maintained by recording the nature of the problem, events that led to the conference, the student's attitude towards the problem, and the kind of help that is rendered by the teacher. So individual conferences, they should be recorded mostly, and what is to be recorded is the nature of the problem that was discussed in the individual conference, the events that led to the conference, endukondana ee oru particular conference nadathanayittulla karanam, the students attitude towards that particular problem, and the kind of help that was rendered by the teacher. Idu must item record cheyanam for future interventions. Now let's see the various advantages of individual conference. The major advantages are, it helps the students to comprehend, associate or integrate the knowledge received. So whenever a two-way communication happens in a particular area, it is very helpful for the student in order to comprehend, associate or integrate the knowledge that was received. It is a valuable tool in evaluating the progress of the learners and determining the future dealings with the student. So, this student who interact with problems discuss etra students our learning skill might progress idu. Ini avarku endu help aanu vendathu ennu manasilakkanayittu teacher ne help cheyum. It is a valuable interaction between the student and the teacher, which is advantageous for both. So it is advantageous for both in the sense like teacher will be able to evaluate the student, the help that is required further for the student, as well as when the students are benefited, like their concerns can be explained in the process of interaction. It can be employed to clarify study material, supplement instructions and explain answer to questions. So ഈ ഒരു ഇൻട്രാക്ഷൻ നടക്കുമ്പോൾ സ്റ്റഡി മെറ്റീരിയലിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ക്ലാരിഫിക്കേഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് സോർട്ട് ഔട്ട് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. ഫർദർ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ഷൻസ് എന്തെങ്കിലും കൊടുക്കണമെങ്കിൽ അത് കൊടുക്കാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പ്രോബ്ലംസ് ദാറ്റ് അറൈസസ് ഇൻ ദ ക്ലിനിക്കൽ ഏരിയ അതിനെ സോൾവ് ഔട്ട് ആവാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കാം. So these are the advantages. It helps the students to comprehend, associate or integrate the knowledge. It is a valuable tool in evaluating the progress of the learner. It is valuable for both the teacher as well as the student, and it can be employed to clarify study material, supplement instructions and explain answer to the questions. And finally, coming to the disadvantages of individual conferences, it is very time consuming process and it becomes a failure if the student or the teacher is uncooperative, not interested or lack skills. So these are the disadvantages. It is time consuming and there should be proper planning or there should be proper interest from the side of the teacher as well as the student. Otherwise, it may be a failure. So hope you are clear with what is a conference, the basic purposes of conference as well as the basic two types of conference, which is individual conference and group conference. If there are any doubts, please call me or message me. Wish you a good day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.